said, the fanatic hive mind, and we always stress how important communication is, which is why these all one nationality teams are really important, where everyone speaks the same language. But you can sometimes hit sort of a level where you sort of transcend communication and you kind of instinctively know what your teammates are doing. Maybe that's what NiP are hitting right now. It's very hard to deal with.
It's the Swedish hive mind. It's that Viking background.
I'll go for that one, the Swedish hive mind. Let's just stick with that for a moment here. Device charging into the middle, USPS at hand, and we're on Dust 2 here. The second map, NiP with a 1 map lead, and TSM on the CT side, and it's going to be NiP on the terrorist side. Karrigan here is going to have a very tough time dealing with everyone, especially if he's wasting bullets like this. No chance to real. Karrigan is already dead. He just doesn't know it yet. Sipnik's hiding in the corner, takes down one, and he's going to have to hit a lot more headshots. Another position here that might not be great, but Cajun is helping him out there. Grenade gonna land on Get Right, and now Sipnik, they can't really dig him out of this one. He may just survive yet.
There's no utility that NiP can use. They don't even have the smoke to block off the site. So look at this, long range. Everyone from TSM has taken up a spot, and they're helping Zipnix out. That's huge. Get Right's going to try and put the pressure on, but Zipnix is playing it perfectly, baits him into Device, and a nice shot from Zipnix now, and it's just Exist left in the pit. Beautiful round from TSM so far.
Wow, Exist trapped in a pretty bad triangle here in the middle of the rest of the TSM team sneaking out. And Sipnik's already picking up the double kill, looking for maybe a triple to finish it off. What we just seen this round is a great illustration of the two different ways. One in which you want to play the Glock, the other one in which you definitely don't. Exist, just charging in here, getting a shot on one, looking for Sip as well. He's in that corner, there's no bullets left, he couldn't even reload. And it's gonna be the triple in a hilarious fashion. That's gonna be TSM picking up that first round, but Moses in the beginning, they get close to Karrigan and just gun him down. That's what you want. Then they start taking long, slow fights with the USPS. That's what you don't want, and it ends up going horribly wrong for them.
Well, it started out initially great for NiP. You could just see them with members just hiding in that cave over towards long, just salivating because they hear Karrigan wasting his bullets. One perfect pop flash blinds him completely and they overrun him, but then they run into the clothesline of those USPs, and Zipnik plays it perfectly, baiting for his teammates over at Car, and NiP, there was nothing they could do once the rotation came in.
Oh, wow. I see hashtag NiP Magic in the tweet line at the bottom there. Second round is coming up, and already Cajun a little bit down. Actually, Get Right with a scout, not a usual sighting, but gonna already be putting him damage out. And Device so paranoid about the potential follow-up of Swedish Lemmings on the other side that he's gonna keep holding down that P90 in case more people are coming. Doesn't want to risk it. Device will take down Freiburg as well. And a third kill in the middle here, so a pretty good cleanup right now, even though some of them are a bit low. It's still looking solid here for the Danish side, although Alu will make it a bit expensive. And Cajun, is he gonna tempt it? The risk, the temptation to jump with that scout, it is very accurate, but you're also very exposed. Device, he's got the Deagle out, and the bomb will go down. I would consider that a victory, a kill, and a bomb plant.
Yeah, that's perfect, especially for the investment. That bomb plant really negates the money they just spent into that round. They get one kill out of it, like you said. Cajun with really good play over at that railing, not committing to any kind of a fight. He knows his teammates are flanking. He's just got to delay him as long as possible. And too many bodies were used to try and kill Device with that P90 over towards middle. I mean, after they fall, there's really nothing left they can do. You see Exist falls here, and that's what you said, protecting himself against the Lemmings, but another body, Freiburg, just goes down, and then a third one for Device. So much dedicated towards the middle to keeping that mid control, and Device just negates all of it.
It would have been great, though, if he could have, if they could have had, you're right, some of those people left for the after plant, you know, more people on catwalk to stop the flank there from TSM. Would have been well worth it. Device showing already that he's willing to be very aggressive in the middle. If he had hit that flick, I would have probably just stopped talking at that point. Cajun right behind him, and Device is looking for a way, well, back a little bit safer here. And a good crossfire setup between the two players. Sipnik's and Device covering that middle, and not a lot that NiP could do right now. They will get the kill on Karrigan, though, which was, he was just a little bit exposed.
Get Right has the bomb at long, and none of his teammates, they're coming out catwalk now. Oh, what a shot. Get Right and Exist combined for one. Cajun's still at rail, but he's got two angles that he's being fired upon at very low HP. Can't get anything done.
Device here, the timing, if not for the smoke, he might have just made it. Forrest is going to go down, and he gets crossed as well. And now it's down to Alu. Very little health on that side. The bomb is still not being planted, and Dupree is close with that P90. They do not have head armor, but Get Right still wins the fight. And now Device 1 versus 2. He drops the bomb. 40 seconds. Alu's in there. If he hits a headshot, this just might be it. He's at the edge of the smoke as well. And Device is right there hiding. Alu, he just wants to peek him out. He sees where he is. Gonna go for it once. Is he going to be shooting through? Device is too far back to get shot by it. And now there's only 25 seconds. He has to go and pick up that bomb. He's got it now. Device putting a couple of bullets through. Just one bullet will take care of the Finnish player. And now Device going to be sneaking in. He's ready and waiting for Allo to walk out. He's just crouching behind here. Look at the mind game that's going on. It's been going on for more than 20 seconds now. Device gonna go for it. He can't hit the shot. Allo's still on the other side. One headshot is all it's gonna take. Device now getting close. He's down to 28 and he goes down. Allo picks it up. What a win!
Another massive one-on-one win. This time it's Allo inside the bomb site, just toying with Device. Fighting for time at such a huge disadvantage, not committing to anything, and Device not being the aggressor, walks up patiently, but can't land any of the shots, and that's uncharacteristic.
I just had to watch that. The P250, which is what Allo is using, is a one-shot headshot if you get close range. Now, never mind the Device was on 28 HP. It does become lethal when you're that close. Device just couldn't finish him off. A bit of a testament to the fact that you can have all the aim in the world, but Allo's positional play there was huge, and a nice shot on Dupree as well, and that's turning it around big. You got to remember, TSM are trying to mentally dig themselves out of whatever hole they were in on train, so to have the third round go that badly, that's going to be a problem.
You have to think that Device, just after not being able to land any of those shots for the longest time, just shook his confidence as he approaches that bomb site, and Allo's able to clean it up. But look at the investment here from TSM into this round. They've used everything. They have double ops, but they're down 2 men. What can Allo do? A nice pop flash. I think he spotted out Cajun, but he doesn't take the battle.
Right now, I mean, the double op is still going to be very, very effective. They have smoke to try and make sure those ops are zoned out on the map, so see if they're going to be successful. One are actually, yeah, just Get Right jumping down and getting close in here. Cajun has to come up big, but he's going to go down. Get Right, that's all he needs to do. Take out the AWP. Carrigan are isolated out on long. He's going to go down. He was sandwiched in there, and Sip has to just fall back and can't really do anything here. Swift equalized by NiP.
And this is a round that if NiP realizes he's saving soon enough, they can send some members to clear him out. And they might want to go hunt down this AWP. You can see some players starting to creep across the map, up catwalk and out towards long. Zipnix has got a long time, but he's found a good spot for it. So actually, if NiP discovers that he's here, they might just decide to back away, because that's really, really difficult. They have a double op set up of their own. No reason to lose one of those anymore. But it is at least going to be exist on the flank, on the hunt. He's going to T-spawn, just trying to find him.
I mean, sometimes we tend to go nuts over the really big sort of headshot kills and stuff like that. Get Right's jumping down. You only got the one kill the round before he died, right? But jumping down on the slope like that and getting just the kill on Cajun, because actually TSM had the setup that was sort of meant to counter that kind of play with Carrigan on long. But he was just one click faster, and that immediately surrenders the bomb site.
Well, and here's the thing too: NiP's in a 5-on-3, so they have the bodies to trade off. It's like, what's that line in Game of Thrones? We need our men more than they need theirs.
Yeah.
They can lose that player as long as they get the trade, which they do. It's a really, really good play. So NiP come out on top, and now it's a full save. Some upgraded pistols. Cajun, he's going to be under Device, he's under pressure from Freiburg in this beat bomb site, and another entry goes his way.
I was about to point out, Freiburg hasn't got a kill yet, so maybe he has slowed down a little bit. That was a good headshot, though. Smoke goes up as well. They're trying to see if they can get through. Carrigan very low on health, and one more click would have probably done it. In the meantime, Freiburg has done enough to actually clear up the A-bomb site, and all rotating on over. Right now, they just need to save this AWP on Cajun. That's the main goal of this round, I think, for TSM. I like the effort as well, Moses. We should have absolutely more Game of Thrones quotes in our casting. That would be that's a valuable point to bring up there.
Valuable tool. Now Freiburg with the low HP is just going to watch for any kind of push towards B spawn, and he finds he gets a nice shot. He does go down, and TSM's going to try and salvage that AK-47, but you're right, that AWP has to be their first priority. And all of NiP now converging towards the B tunnels. Get Right is going to be the one lurking up these stairs. And there's Forrest. Nice shot of the Cajun, and Get Right gets Zipnix in the halls. So Dupree with this AK-47, he's got it, but there's really not much you can do, and Forrest swings over. Beautifully done by NiP on the hunt.
And they take the round lead for the first time on Dust 2. You know what, Moses? If we ever get like a shot where we can do some lip reading on NiP in that booth, and they're whispering for the night is dark and full of terrors, then I think we know exactly what kind of magic we're dealing with.
The Red God.
Sixth round is coming up here, and double AWP, Allo and Forrest both Not going to be able to tag up anybody in the middle. TSM now would be a good time to make a stand here and bring it back. And Aloy is going to be going down. That's Debris with a big kill. Freiburg charging through. He takes assist, turns around looking for it. And there's also a shot on Carrigan. It was Sipnik, sorry, going down as well with Carrigan. And now it's 4 versus 3. Dupree, Cajun, and Device are left. And Freiburg keeps charging in. Here's a headshot. And that's going to be a triple kill. Opening up, cracking open, in fact, the whole A-bomb site. And Dupree and Device, they've just got to be shrugging right now and asking their teammates, what on earth happened?
They're just like, it's just Freiburg, guys. Have you seen him over the last 3 months? How is he really losing to this? And Freiburg is just, he's going huge right now. All that extra time in the DMs has been paying off. And he's a monster. He single-handedly, he just comes up long and wins that round in the first 30 seconds.
Completely ridiculous entry on long, but it's so well coordinated. And Device to finally take down Get Right. Freiburg is up there. Triple is not enough. He wants the quad, and he's going to get it on Device. And now Dupree sneaking in. AWP in hand finally puts an end to him. But he himself is now hunted and missing another shot here. Exist moving close. That orb is so valuable right now for TSM. Is the round going to end? It will, but with Dupree dead on the ground. And now 4-2. Losing, I mean, we have seen time and again, saving one orb on Dust 2 can win you the round. You don't need anything else if you're in the right position.
This is 15 seconds into the round, 2 kills. He gets this third one here, and you can see immediately TSM's like, no, the last 2 players, Dupree and Device, like, no, we want nothing to do with this. But Freiburg, he's just like, nah, I'm going to keep going. Not getting away.
Bit of a spray going through, but it will be Exist to open up onto Dupree. And actually, he was, I think, spraying right next to Freiburg there, so works out quite well. They don't have any armor on the TSM side, so what are you looking to accomplish in a round like this if you can't convince yourself you're going to win it?
Get some kills. You have to start doing economic damage. The money for NiP isn't great outside of Exist. So if you can get some kills, force some rebuys in the situation, if you can find any way to save a weapon as well, that would be huge. But NiP is just not giving anything up. Force down to 4 HP though, and finally they're going to start raining some kills in towards this B bomb site.
Another Molotov out. The first one didn't actually land perfectly, so he could still be there, Cajun, but this time it's going to work out fine. They haven't lost anybody yet on the Swedish side, and they're taking this one very slowly. Even only Carrigan alive. They're playing this one so safely.
Yeah, and actually that's Freiburg gets abandoned inside that B bomb site and he gets aggressed upon, but it doesn't matter. NiP, they've already circled the bomb site. They don't even have to plant. The bomb's going to go over towards A, but it's going to take a little while. He's boxed into this bomb site in these halls, and actually now he comes out. That aim punch is a real thing, and Get Right is able to take him off the map. It's going to be another round for NiP.
Right, and just to catch everybody up again, in case we have new viewers, new people coming into the scene who haven't really seen or don't know the mechanics of the game, if you don't have body armor and someone hits you with a chest shot, your aim is going to go all over the map or all over the screen. That's what we call aim punch. It's really, really hard to deal with. Very hard to win a fight once that occurs. I
mentioned Exist wasn't hurting for money whatsoever. He had just about 16K when this round started. So after the buy, he's got
Rich as a Lannister. Get Right spraying over here and taking down Carrigan. He continues, transfers onto Sipnik. What is this madness? Carrigan finally going to drop him with a bit of fire and flame there, but it's going to be a 4 versus 3. And Dupree still alive. Freiburg goes down to Cajun, who really needs, I think, to hit these shots with the AWP. He's going to have to stand his ground, and he takes down Forrest as well, and that's a great start. Now it's back in favor of TSM. They need these rounds. They need a lot more rounds right now. Molotov to force them off the bomb site, and Device looking for a couple of kills here. The bomb is still down on long. With a minute left, what's the way out for Exist and Alu?
Actually, if they kept going A, TSM doesn't have the knowledge the bomb is down, so anything is still really open to them. Because you can see Device has to be really honest about any kind of mid-pressure, so it's just going to be Cajun B all alone. Alu's got some nades and flashbangs to work with, and I think this is the right call. They just have to be very careful with that AWP here. They don't know exactly where it is. There's a nice flash. It blinds Cajun.
He's waiting and ducking behind there. Another grenade rains in, but that might be all they have. Flashbang to buy some time. They jump down, and Device caught close range. Cajun going to go down as well. They bring it right back in the space of 2 seconds from a 2v3 into a 2 versus 1 in their own favor. Now it is all on Dupree here, and he is one of these players on TSM that you can definitely expect to clutch some big rounds. This would be a huge round to be clutching in, and he's moving fast as well up on this bomb site. And Alu, he hears him jumping down. He knows exactly where he is. Dupree is now trapped in a crossfire with that bomb ticking right next to him. He jumps once. Alu's up there. He confirms that much. He knows there's going to be guy down on long, and Alu shuts him down. The Finnish sniper with the double kill is going to be leading NiP into a 5-2 lead, 6-2 lead, sorry, here on the second map.
It is incredible how well used these entries from Get Right. First of all, this is just unbelievable. That second shot onto Zipnix was a thing of beauty. But in that 2-on-3, it's amazing how perfect there was nade and 2 flashbangs left, and they coordinate those flashbangs a spot where he is, throw a nade into the bomb site, and a second flashbang to allow one player to drop off catwalk. Those 3 nades were so perfect, and you could see TSM now, they don't know what to do. They call a pause. This is a tactical timeout because they've got to figure something out. It's still very early. It's only 8 rounds in. Yeah. But this is their best map, and they're getting destroyed. They're getting beat up, and they have so much money to burn through on the NiP side.
Gotta somehow mentally turn it around, make sure they get back in here, and maybe also just put a bit of a cooldown on NiP. Sometimes you can break a bit of a momentum like that, although it seems to be kind of a tough task right now. You know, I don't know. I mean, they're gonna have to come up with something big here. You can see they're buying a couple of pistols. That trade over on long for Get Right, though. I mean, the double kill, the spree, transfer as well, so incredible. And you know what it took to bring him down? Wildfire.
Wildfire.
Yeah.
It's full circle.
We're doing it now.
now we're committed.
I haven't rewatched all the episodes of Game of Thrones 5 times for nothing, Moses. I'm prepared.
You came into this all prepared.
I've been spending a lot of time in airports. It's AWP on Alu Forest. He's got enough to buy a second one if they need it. I mean, you're right now. They are getting beat up on the Danish side. As a Dane myself, it hurts to say, Moses. I was looking forward to this being the one, you know, TSM taking the major away. You know, some pride there. Right now,
it's not looking good.
I don't know what to say. It's very, but
well, you're half Danish, half NiP, so it's all good.
It's true. I could be riding both horses like that. All right, I can go with it. I can go with it.
And look at this investment out of TSM. This isn't a huge deal because they have the full losing bonus first Forest. Just laying it on thick with a kill through the double doors as Device tries to cross. And Freiburg, he doesn't care anything. They get one kill. He knows because there's probably only one defender in that B site. And now Exist lurking out mid. He's got an opportunity. He's got to be careful coming through spawn. He picks that one off. He's going to spray down the second one as well. And all of a sudden, nothing going right for TSM. They haven't dealt a single point of damage yet.
Karrigan, only one alive. And you see the hyper focus in Exist there, because the first guy he notices is from the shadow of the player playing towards B. He knows he can get that kill. He walks out, he shoots the guy in the back. It's easy, and yet he has the restraint. Just the second he hears someone in spawn, turns around, gets that kill first. He knows that's the only player who can kill him. Then he goes back to B as well. Those are split-second decisions. And at this level, under this much pressure, it's not easy to try and commit something like that. I think a little bit of paranoia here for NiP, wondering if Karrigan could somehow be on the bomb. That wasn't going to be the case. 7-2 lead here. They can still turn it around, and obviously this was an eco round, so now the timeout that they took TSM, we're gonna have to see where it goes. It's the double op setup. That's the answer.
It has to be. We'll see. There's a double op setup. Alu and Forest are gonna be going against Cajun B and Device with the sniper rifles. And this is like, TSM's got to start something up soon. They don't have very many rounds they can give up in this half before they just are in too deep of a hole.
Well, nobody connecting in the middle. 4 AWPs on the map right now, and for my money's worth, I might have to pick Alu and Forest over Device and Cajun right now, just based on the history of these two maps that we've been seeing in this quarterfinals. Got a bit of a better track record, it seems. Device going to be playing close to the middle, putting a couple of shots through, and actually Freiburg Exist are very low here, so not sure if it was just that or if there was a little bit more damage being put in by Sip, but otherwise, pretty good start here for TSM.
Yeah, pretty much the only thing that could have gone better is a kill. That nade and op shot onto Exist was perfect. So alleviates the pressure over towards mid, and now you can see TSM kind of switches things up. Device gave away the position of his AWP in mid, so he goes to the backup platform. He plays it in the B bomb site. Meanwhile, a lot of pressure being put on Catwalk. Forrest is just going to come out, going to trust his aim, but Cajun B is going to win that battle, so he slows everything down. Now the rotations can come in.
A nice shot from Cajun. He needs more, and Get Right's playing the edge of that smoke. Brilliant play from Get Right, and that's going to open it up. Now, they can still play the retake here at TSM, but they've got to coordinate this well. Now, communication becomes very important. Every single member of that team has to be exactly in on what the plan is. They've got no more flashbangs left to try and do this. Dupree, though, will be taking down Existent. That loses control, for NiP of Catwalk. Now they're stuck on the site, which is not a good position to be in, but they're getting the kills. Freiburg picking up 2. Alu missing a shot, but Get Right's going to get the headshot, and TSM, they get cleaned up. Traditionally, if you lose control of Catwalk and Long with the bomb plant, you're in a lot of trouble.
It just came down to the fact that there was no utility left for TSM. They couldn't smoke off anything. A beautiful take from NiP. Get Right just coming out forced. Tells them exactly where Cajun B's holding, and Get Right just flat out wins that battle. And you could see, actually, TSM, normally you'll see that support player on that A-bomb site playing on ramp. Take a fight. Try and at least whittle down the forces. Get a small dink, do some damage, or get a kill and just fall back in a sneaky spawn. That support player just dipped out of that bomb site. He wanted nothing to do with it. Freiburg started, I mean, and all of NiP is starting to put the fear into TSM, and you can tell.
6 rounds up currently, and even worse, TSM back on pistols and a couple of smokes here. Leg shot on actually 3 people right now on the TSM side. Freiburg, easiest kill of his life there on Device, and going for a second one in the middle. He's catching all the weak players. Sit down as well, Freiburg. Would have been a nice shot there on Dupree just to pick up 3 people who are low, and Exist is going to be taking down Dupree. Now it's Carrigan, and I think he may have just got spotted by Alu as well. He certainly has. If Carrigan trying to see if he can chase him down and steal that AWP away, it's going to be the 1 kill in, but there's just too many people coming. And there will be a round here, 9-2. Freiburg, look at the focus as well. He's not celebrating yet.
No, but he knows he's on fire. And he's just keeping in that mode right now. He's at 11 and 8. It's Get Right at 13 and 6, but it's mostly just a team effort. Get Right exists in Freiburg, 13 and 11 on the other 2. And now look, the auto sniper from Forrest. He drops the op, and he wants to just deal some damage. And look at TSM, they're waiting. They're trying to stall this out, and they get fortunate. No one gets tagged, and so much money that he just drops the auto sniper. That was just a huge investment just for that one segment. It's not too often you see that 11 rounds into a half.
No. I can't remember a single time, especially not in a game with this much on the line. What's really interesting is what is it going to do mentally to TSM to hear that? That's usually the sign of, you know, haha, we're winning so much, we're buying auto snipers on the T side. So they've got to somehow block that out and just ignore it. I love the fact that he does. I almost want to believe it's like a mental tool to try and crush TSM's state of mind at the moment here. A lot of presence in the middle for NiP, and a good opening on Long. Get Right picking off 1 here, and Sipix is right around the corner. He's going to take the challenge, and he wins it.
That 1 kill is critical, though. It's weakened the defense. You're exactly right. Complete mid-control for NiP. That round, there was no pressure put onto it. It gives them a lot of options as what they want to do, and now they want to pressure up Catwalk. The op on Cajun B spots Freiburg falling, but there's Device and Zipnix. They've responded, and good damage dealt onto Alu by Cajun.
See if he could do a bit more. Sip picking up a double kill, you're right, in Cajun. Dropping Alu finally. Forrest is in the middle, looking to do some more damage here to the Danish lineup, but it won't be happening. Cajun taking down 2. Finally, a bit of relief for the TSM side, a tiny bit.
You think they took that auto sniper as a little bit of an insult, and they're like, all right, we're not losing this round.
Well, it almost could be now. Look at Forrest's economy, though. Because of that buy, he's down to 3,000, whereas the rest of his team mostly are up at 8,000 or more. So it does make an impact. Alu hitting that shot on Dupree. Not the best start for him. And over at Long, Forrest ready to take the fight, and Carrigan. Just a shoulder showing.
Exposes just too much, and it's a pre-tag down as well. This is like 3.5 on 5 right now. NiP firing on all cylinders. Cajun's he's been pressured. So much pressure has been put on him, not only on this map, but you think back to Train, all the pressure NiP applied over towards Ivy when he was the defender there. NiP's going right at him, and he's got to answer it again here. Molotov goes out into the bomb site. The nades like an execute come out, but it's going to be a mid-B split. NiP falls back.
And in the middle right now, Device, who is on health here, but Got the M4, Sip with a good shot there, get right going down, and they make it out. Pop flash in, and Alu seeing if he can actually make this shot. Dupree will take down Freiburg, it's a very important frag. Device spraying, and he almost takes two, but hasn't killed anybody yet. Pistols out as well, they line up for him, but they're still alive. And now, Sip and Cajun are gonna be left here. 40 seconds in NiP, they've got control of that bomb site. Cajun with a crucial shot, but Alu, he's covering the mid, and this is where he becomes godlike. Exist also hitting a headshot on Sip, and now it's gonna be down to Cajun. 1 versus 2. How could he possibly cross this line? He realizes where Alu is, but he's running out of time. He's gonna have to move very quick or fall back, and he chooses the retreat.
That's brutal. That was Exist bails that out. Alu's in a really tough spot where if he doesn't hit a shot on the cross, they know they've got a 2-on-1 in that B bomb site, so they just quickly head up there. And Exist hitting that 1 kill through the crack in the double doors alleviates so much pressure. Alu can just stick around, wait for a shot. Cajun's forced to save here. This is a masterful half out of NiP. They started out so good on train, and they're carrying it into the first half here.
Nothing like anyone who isn't an NiP fan was expecting. Everybody else on the world was thinking this is going to be a stomp from TSM's point of view. But not right now. 10-3. Alu looking for the middle cross shot there, not going to get it. And Forrest, I think, didn't take the shot. He was hoping that someone else would peek behind it, which is a temptation you have once you hear that AWP going off. You know you've got some time. Cajun, very aggressive move there, going to be dropping one, but Freiburg, Freiburg over it long, taking down one. Exist will fall, and so will Sip. That's a double kill for Freiburg. The entry now rotating into position is Cajun, and he's going to be on time as well. 3 versus 3, but there is a presence on Catwalk. They've got a cross of AWPs up here. And Cajun is really close to the smoke. Forrest, is he going to risk it and try and move through it? Still behind there, worried about a flashbang so far. Cajun has no idea. There's the pop flash out. Forrest walks in. No scope from Cajun once. Misses the next shot. Freiburg now rocking a triple. Alu going to be taking down Device. And it's all on Dupree.
The success that Freiburg has had, the riflers Exist in Freiburg basically has allowed these ops from Alu to be so damaging. And now look, Dupree comes out long. He can't connect any of the shots though. Gives Alu the time he needs. He drops them long range, and uncharacteristic again, we're seeing some of these TSM players not hit shots we're used to seeing. Is
it the pressure at this point? Is it, you know, you've got to do it? Normally you could, but there's, you know, your mind is essentially almost being DDoSed with stress here.
Very well could be, and you got to imagine Dupree's that B player. He's been tagged a couple times crossing over towards that B bomb site, and mentally, that is just so stressful in a game if you're consistently being hit in the leg and you feel like you just can't ever do anything.
They spam those mid doors while they rush the B bomb site to try and get anyone who might have been low, but Device is there. He did get tagged actually, but he's still alive, and he gets a second shot there. Get right going down, or maybe a little bit too much speed here for NiP in the 15th round, but 11 rounds on the T side of Dust 2 is still magnificent. Even if they get up this last round, they will have done a wonderful job.
Forrest is playing all the way back towards T-spawn, watching for any kind of long push, and Exist trying to clear out lower. He spots one, but that's a bait and switch. Zipnix is waiting right behind the boxes. And Exist isn't going to check. Zipnix pounces, gets that kill, so it's a 5-on-2 now this round, looking like it's going to go the way of TSM.
Alu and Forrest are left, so yeah, 11-4 seems very likely at the moment. Alu, flash through, underhand throw there, but Sip will take him out. And Forrest looking for the shot, gonna get up one, but that's all it takes. Sip with the triple, and 11-4 scoreline to finish the half with here on the second map. I mean, what kind of scenario can we construct in which it's likely, or maybe not likely, but even just realistic that TSM could make it back?
The big thing is the ops of NiP have just been destructive throughout this. So many opening kills, so many good mid-round picks when they need to open up a bomb site in tough situations. So Cajun and Device, if they're going to pick up the op on the terror side, they really need to come alive.
We've always known that NiP have a bit of a switch up in efficiency between the group stage and the playoffs. But this is turning it into quite a different gear and playing a team that many believe right now could well be the best in the world, or at least top 2. This is, I don't know what to say.
You mentioned the magic came from the Red God. Do you think NiP was out burning statues of TSM and Titan before this tournament began?
I mean, something's definitely been up, because they've been doing just a very, very fine job here on train, on Dust 2 as well. 15 rounds are over in the first half. Second half is going to be coming up any second. There's about 45 seconds left. a little bit of a cool down, a breathing room here for the TSM team. They're going to be on the T side now. They're going to start with Glocks and armor. How did they deal with this? They've got to win this pistol, obviously.
They absolutely do. They need to get back into it. And it's going to be down to, we saw on Train, it was just one player with utility, and it was a pretty fast-paced strategy. It seemed like they wanted to get those Glocks into the action.
Winter is coming, yeah. More Game of Thrones, please. Get some signs up there. I definitely like it.
He's having so much fun right now.
You see why I'd want a Forest plushie?
Yeah. I can see it now.
Maybe like a full-size Forest teddy bear. I think that would sell quite a bit. I'd buy probably more than one. Glocks right now on that TSM side. And that is, well, just 3 armors, a couple of smokes here as well. See if they can make this work. If NiP win this pistol, it's going to be done.
Well, this is cool because they've given their best player Device. They've given him the raid boss setup. Tech 9 armor. They're saying, all right, Device, we need you to bail us out of a tough spot. Go start us out really, really well. You have everything you need to just be a dominant force in this pistol round.
Decoy into the middle. A little bit of a panic almost move by Freiburg. I think he thought that was a flashbang, but we'll see if they can find the opening. Devices check Catwalk, and in the meantime, over at Long, there's a bit of a fight going on. Forrest is also down to 4 health here, so very low already. Alo's going to be spotting them out, though. He knows that there's at least one person there, so pretty good info from NiP's point of view.
That was a really interesting setup from NiP because they had no one in the A bomb site. Look how heavy they're playing over towards B. 3 members did it. It's just now, about 5 seconds ago, that Freiburg rotated back towards the A bomb site to spot anything.
And Sip, he's got the smoke for the middle, so they might actually be running into a bit of a trap here. Oh no, TSM, there's 3 people inside, and they're all very angry. It's going to be Forrest taking down one Exist, and Dupree finally with a refrag, but he's got that Tech 9. Exist picks up one more kill. Forrest clicking away. He's going to headshot one. He's so calm. He's taking all day to do this. Dupree, last man standing, and he goes down. Not like this. They walk right into the stack. They give up the Tech 9, and that's too much.
That's just beautiful from NiP. Forrest just sits in there quietly. He's got the silenced USP. They spot one player in B. They take him out. They know Exist is at the door wreaking havoc, so they think those are the only 2 defenders there, and Forrest just gets to hang out.
He might as well have been eating a sandwich and just, you know, clicking away with the other hand. That was the most casual USP round I've ever seen at this level.
He's just like takes his left hand off the keyboard. He takes a sip of his drink, and he's just...
Wow. 12-4. TSM. I mean, I think I've said this a couple of times, but the silver lining here for them is they could make history if they make the comeback. This would be one of the most ridiculous comebacks of major tournament history if they make it work.
Yeah, they just haven't found any traction whatsoever in this map. Into that first half, and they're in a lot of trouble. That nade's going to do decent damage, and look at it, Gerrit just spraying him down long range.
A little bit of a headshot on Carrigan, 2 and another one on Device. Easy peasy all day there for Get Right. Hasn't even reloaded. Lands another headshot on Stipnix. Is it really going to be a UMP? It's surely not. He sprays, he gets it. All headshots, all UMP, and NiP 3 rounds away from making one more semifinals here at a major tournament.
This is an NiP that's not willing to let TSM make history by that comeback. They're not going to let TSM get back into this. Nothing goes their way, and this is just beautiful play from Get Right.
There had to be a UMP, right? You have 6 bullets left and you don't even reload. You just walk back and you say, I've got just enough to kill Sip as well. That's going to be a thing. Wow. 13-4. I am almost out of words to explain exactly how this is happening with NiP.
I think TSM's out of ways to explain what's happening right now because they've already used their pause early in the first half to try and figure it out, and they couldn't do it. And now 13-4, they've got to do it without a tactical pause. They've got to do it on the fly. They've got to come up with some answer.
What a good shot from Alo in the middle here. Dropping Cajun. There is no armor either on the TSM side, so there's not a lot that they could do really. A double kill here for the Finnish player. And they have an IP. It's a bit of a field day for them in this round. And that's going to end it. 10-round lead right now. Have to be essentially 12 rounds in a row to win the map, or maybe 11 if they just won overtime.
And it's got to start here. Kerrigan has the AWP. Any team that's been involved in a comeback like this tells you have to take it 1 round at a time. The difficult part is on this stage, in this kind of a tournament, when you hit tab, when you see the scoreboard, can you ignore the fact that you're down 4-14?
I don't know how you would. Jumping in the middle there. Karrigan looking for a shot. He does hit Alu. A lot of damage being output there, and Alu only has a scout on the other side, so a little bit less effective maybe.
That's just more economic play. Why upgrade? Look at the lead you have. Don't invest the money. Have enough money moving forward. Maybe you get a lucky headshot. Maybe you can find a spot for a jumping scout, do some damage. And NiP, once again, running a very soft defense over at the A bomb site. It's going to be pretty much a pure retake with 2 players over towards A. It's just 1 player on the ramp. And he won't. That's Forrest. He's not going to commit to any kind of a fight if he ends up seeing them hit A. He might go for a weird angle out towards the quad boxes, but other than that, it'll be nothing.
TSM should definitely get a bomb plant this time around. They're in a perfect position for it. A bit of a counter flash, actually, which almost could have been timed better there. 50 seconds still. Device going to be jumping down, and hiding inside the smoke is going to be Forrest. He's still waiting there. Going to be walking out right behind them, and he drops Device just before he can get the kill, but a swift return here. Sip and Karrigan picking up 1 each. Bomb plant going through, and NiP, well, they've got a little bit of utility to try and do this, but they need a quick kill to make this work. Otherwise, it probably isn't worth it.
They need something quickly, but it doesn't look like anyone really wants to go for it. They are going to come up the ramp, put some pressure on. Xyp9x is in the bomb site. Cajun gets that first kill down, so NiP's whittled down towards 2, but Get Right responds. Coming up the ramp, can't land the shot over towards Catwalk, and there's Cajun. He just comes to clean things up, but Freiburg is left in a 1-on-2.
Yeah, Karrigan a little bit left on his own there, but I think at the end they didn't want to make sure that they want to make sure he couldn't just spray down both of them. So 14-5.
Now that I think back on it, that was a great idea to actually go for that retake, even if they weren't confident that they were going to win it. Getting those 3 kills, do some damage. You have so many rounds to play with. If you can't, you can just grind down this economy over time. If you can keep getting the kills, keep forcing them into a rebuy, maybe they won't be able to afford an op 1 round. Maybe they won't be able to afford all the nades they need, and that's just one way you can win.
You're also making sure that as they're climbing that slippery slope, if they fall even once, they're going to slide all the way down and out of the tournament. They will have nothing to buy with anymore. So, yeah, there's a little bit of a bonus there as well. You might be right. 20th round is coming up, and we are witnessing, at the moment, utter destruction of TSM as NiP, I don't know, sacrificed their souls to some Dark Lord, currently winning at a rate that we really haven't seen them win at for a very long time.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it's working right now, and this is a clever boost over the smoke, trying to see if there's any kind of cat defense. There's nothing there, though. Now he can peek towards mid. That's actually a little scary how exposed he is if someone were to peek that side, the B side of middle. But now NiP, they switch things up, so it was a weak defense the last couple rounds on the A bomb site, and now they have 3 members over here. Alu's able to swing between both long and A bomb site.
And that position that exists is in up what we call Goose. It's a very powerful position if you have a couple of flashbang, and he has 2s. You can set yourself up for some very easy pop flashes. We'll see if that's going to be the case here. Alu puts out 1 and 2. Exist is still waiting and buying a little bit of time up there. They know where Alu is because of the flashbangs. They jump and see him, and that's a nice information peek there. Dupree going to take him out. Freiburg close with the FAMAS, wins the initial fight, but now there's 2 people up there, and somehow he still does damage and survives. Should have probably been the death of him when he peeked that far out. Cajun taking down Forrest, and Get Right the refrag now. Freiburg moving a bit closer here, looking for a second kill in his streak. That bomb is ticking away, and that smoke, there's actually a player hiding in it, and Freiburg has no chance to know. Now he's locked inside 3 players, and they're gonna lose Freiburg. Get Right with 1 frag, and Sip goes down as well. Alu trying to see if he can defuse this bomb right in the face of Cajun, who's on the other side. He peeks out and takes him out, and that's gonna be the round at TSM. They almost lose everybody, but they will make it to 6-14.
Now here's the question. They've done some damage to keeping this economy low, but NiP's out of money. They can't buy here. So this is that chance now. TSM, they have to take this opportunity. They have to win a very clean round to build up. If they lose too many players to these P250s, that would just be critical. That might just spell the end in the next gun round. But either way, giving themselves a little bit more of a chance to come back in this half. They get 2 straight, now up towards 6. Aggressive from NiP, and Device is there to just shut the first player down. Lands a shot onto Alu, trying to correct his spray, and Dupree gets the 3rd one to bail him out.
Nice defense here in the middle. A little bit of an aggressive move from NiP, but Device taking care of business, landing a triple spray down here. And I mean, you've got to think, even though they're just anti-eco frags like that, you still gotta feel like it might give them a bit of confidence.
Anything will help right now for TSM. And still, a lot of rounds to play with. NiP is going to go for 2 saves, a double save. They do upgrade into some deagles with some utility though.
Yeah, And just to point out, actually, long before anybody else decided that the Deagle was fun using, Freiburg is like one of the original pioneers of trying to do it in global offensive. Insisted that it was a really good pistol before, I think almost before anybody else did it. So
he was like the Deagle hipster.
Yeah, the Deagle hipster. In fact, well, I may have just made him a hipster by saying that, but it is actually somewhat true. He goes down though. The AWP is just a bit too much to deal with. So a good start here for TSM.
Right, everything afforded to him. And NiP all spread out. They had 2 players over towards long. They could have pushed, but they just spread out across the map. But either way, this is really good from TSM. Last round, they don't take any deaths. This time, it's not looking likely that they, will lose any more than 1. Alu's going to be at the ramp, but they spot him out. He's going to get Molotov back. That goes into the site. Actually, Device can't land the shot. Alu wins that one. He gets a second. All of a sudden, this is looking good. He's doing the damage. He does burn alive, but he's done a fantastic job.
Get right. Going to be the last man left with the Deagle. Up on Catwalk, trying to see if he can sneak his way in. I mean, NiP are doing a terrific amount of damage to TSM, regardless of what they have, and regardless of how much TSM is putting the bomb down. They still seem to sneak away at least 3 and sometimes more kills. See if they could do it again here.
Get right, just being sneaky, just lurking on this box, waiting for any kind of committal. But look at TSM. I've mentioned a couple times that fundamentally this is such a strong team, and look at how they're evacuating this bomb site. All 3 go together. That way, if anyone dies, they're going to be able to kill Get Right immediately off, prevent him from saving any kind of weapon. Now, if Get Right, he knows that Alu's killed 2 over towards the A bomb site. He knows that bomb is going to explode the guns against the wall, so he's going to run up and try and grab one before the end of the round timer, and he's going to make it. So he does bring an AK-47 into the next round, which seems like a small deal because they have so much money, but moving forward, if they go into a buy round next time, that can be an AWP for Alu, that can be an AWP for Forrest, that can be the kit, that can be a Molotov.
So NiP picking up 2 AWPs here. That's why they did double save. They've essentially sacrificed 2 rounds to be able to do this, and we'll see if it's going to pay off or not. It'll be a little bit frustrating for them. Once you double eco, you kind of want something back in return, and they have got a very aggressive push, double boost up onto Catwalk, trying to see if they can catch anyone from TSM quick. But they're not going to be moving too much forward. In fact, as soon as they don't see anybody, they just give up control of that.
Mid-control gained by TSM. No real contest from NiP. And look at 3 members go right back towards that A bomb site. TSM's going to apply some pressure, throw it flash out mid, see what they can find. But a delayed long take from NiP. They're going to see nothing's here. This is a scary situation. This could turn into a mid to B split very quickly for TSM. They already have the positioning. That smoke's going to go out. A nice flashbang forces the defender back from window. And now Kerrigan's got the angle.
Oh, and he takes down Forrest, and now there's only 1 person left on this bomb site. It is Geralt, but still, there's a lot to ask of him. A lot of people are coming. 1 from upper, 3 from middle, while someone's holding Catwalk over at the other side. Exist is going to be very low on health. Geralt picks up 2 headshots. No way. He's looking for more. He sprays mid-air, takes down Kerrigan, and that's how you defend. The Sipnix is finally going to be dropping in, but it might have been too late. It's a 2 versus 2 now, and there's a real chance NiP could win this round. Freiburg and Alu are still alive, and they're going to try and go for it here. Charging through the doors. Sipnix, he's hiding in the corner. He goes down to Alu. The Device, he sprays 1, but he goes down. Freiburg survives. And get right. Look at that reaction. Triple kill from 3 different angles they come in.
Framed by the Swedish flag. You see why Get Right is such a force to be reckoned with inside that bomb site. That's an unreal hold. Gets this first kill, and look at this. Snaps up back towards the window, knows it's coming, knows that's the play, but he gets it anyways, and now so patient, so poised, taking fire, and he waits for it. Kerrigan can't land any of the kills, and Get Right gets them dropping. And that's what opens the door for that 2-on-2 retake to occur.
They'd have to get 7 rounds in a row here into overtime for TSM, and Alu's already taken down 1. In terms of comebacks, I have no idea about the scale of this. This would be some Mountain versus Oberyn type comeback, with TSM being the Mountain and suddenly, you know, getting that last blow in. I don't know. This is unreal at this point here. NiP, another round, and they're through to a semifinals. And Get Right, sneaking as he always does, right behind them. He's going to be walking in. They're all in the middle. Cajun going to be the first victim. He doesn't even overextend his position, just falls back. They have a 2-man lead, 3 kills, and they're through. Forrest missing a shot, going for it again. And there's plenty of time here for TSM, but how are they going to make it into this bomb site? If they come through the window, Forrest is going to be there. He sees the gun barrel. Get Right getting another headshot here. It's now a double kill. He's looking for just a bit more. He's reloading. He ends up going down. Sip with the double, and now it's a 2 versus 3. And Dupree and Sipnix, they've got more pressure than they've ever had on them here. Freiburg spraying through the smoke. It's going to take down 1. Dupree goes down, and TSM, they drop out. NiP, they're going to be in a semi.